Happy New Year, galactic spirits, my magnificent adventurers into the unknown and to expanding consciousness. Welcome to 2026. I don't know about you, but I am so excited about the energies of the new year, which we're going to talk about today. And firstly, if you haven't noticed, I have dressed for you today. I feel like the supreme, not supreme, the ultimate warrior in my own consciousness. I feel powerful. I feel embodied. I feel like I can tackle the entire world. And while I don't walk around like this all the time, I just wanted you to get a vibe for how you can feel and how you can express yourself fully into the soul mission that you are here to accomplish, to establish making a difference in the world, to feel fulfilled in ultimate abundance. And that is the year of 2026, where we have the galactic winds at our back, perpetuating us into multidimensional abundance if you choose, if you do the work. And that's what we're going to talk about today, how to do that in the energies of 2026. I want to remind you that there are 20 archetypes in the Mayan calendar. This is the energy of warrior. Now, what does warrior have to do with today? The answer is nothing. Nothing specifically from a cosmological point of view, but we, as a reminder, this is the most important factoid here, that we are 20 birthrights. And each of these 20 birthrights cycles around every 13 days. By the way, we are in the wind cycle now. We just had a video on it. Our cosmic breath, two-way connection to receive information and divine messages, how to expand our intuition and psychic ability. And there's the 13 days. We had warrior in this cycle, and when I invite you to pay attention to the and this when I invite you to pay attention to the energy of the day, on the energy of the day, I'm just going to switch this graphic right here for 1 second so you can see the progression wheel. When you pay attention to whatever energy, here's the littlest effort for the biggest results. When you spend 2 minutes a day on the energy of each day, it locks and loads at the level of consciousness that you are in now and raises it when you have an aha moment or a memory. And in the cycle of, what did we talk about? Two-way connection, wind, your cosmic breath, you're breathing into the unknown, receiving the wind at your back, which is where we are, which is where the energies are now. And we just experienced warrior. That's when you can really step into your consciousness. And the secret is your 2 minute reflection, your daily alignments, and you're seeing the synchronicities unfold in real time. And by paying attention to those energies, you observe and you lock that energy into your consciousness for greater and greater alignment. So I'm just really glad I had that to share with you, because I think it is such an important concept, and it's such a simple concept to do. And to spend 2 minutes a day, it's certainly worthy of my time, and I'm inviting your time to step into your warrior birthright so you can feel very empowered and embody what it is that you want to accomplish in your life, as compared to just bobbing like a cork in the water. I've been having a lot of discussion lately with people on Facebook. It's like, oh, well, tell me how to be a manifestation magnet. Oh, it's like, this is how you do it. You spend 2 minutes a day on the daily birthright and recognize the energies that are flowing in for you. And that is what's going to be your manifestation. And we're going to talk about that specifically in a few minutes with the exact energies and the power of what energies we have today. And let me just give you that little teeny secret. There you go, right there. You know, if you can be a dreamer all you want, but if you don't take action, then you're not going to manifest the abundance. And the abundance is there for you right now. And we're going to talk about how to do it in 1 second. But I thought I would do a little commercial right in between to let you know, to remind you that I'm let me take the 2000 New Year's out. I'm facilitating a 15-day luxury trip to Egypt. It'll be my third trip. And there's a few of my favorite pictures from Egypt on several of my trips. And I just wanted you to know that you can pretty much go to Egypt anytime you want. However, this time I've designed it in such a way that, I would not have facilitated a trip to Egypt to invite people, but it's on the total solar eclipse. It's not just a normal eclipse that you might see. It's not on an equinox, or it's not on a solstice. This is the time that I believe with all my heart and soul that we are stepping into a new humanity, because the eclipse, the total solar eclipse, is at the same time as the Mayan New Year, and it is in the womb of humanity at Karnak Temple, the temple that all of the other pilgrims would come to from all the other temples throughout Egypt to celebrate the highest level of their consciousness on their special celebrations. Where it's a luxury trip, we're going to every sacred temple and tomb. We're ascending the Great Pyramid on the Mayan temple on the Mayan New Year, which was the same time that the Nile flooded, the same time as the Egyptian New Year, and it is going to be a very, very special experience. Why aren't these images changing? They are. I'm just double checking to make sure that we're streaming okay. That's what I was doing. Okay, so let's get back to where we are. And let me turn these off. Let me turn this on. Let me turn that off. There you go. I'm back. Your warrior princess is back. So there's 20 archetypes, and I would love you to go to galacticspirit.com and get your personal superpower. Now, warrior is not my one and only superpower. It is an archetype that is in our consciousness because we have all of them within us. Warrior is about confidence. It's unwavering bravery. It's trust and dedicated commitments to things. I love the fact that it has a little question mark in the actual symbol, because it's a hero's journey to invite you to question everything. What is the quest you are on? Question everything that exists, including everything that I tell you. Because if you're questioning all of your birthrights and seeing how they lock in for you, you're going to acknowledge it from a higher level, because your soul self, your soul mirror knows that all of the archetypes of the Mayan calendar are a part of you when you start paying attention to them. But what is your main superpower? Let me lead by example here. My superpower is magnetic serpent. Serpent is all not, it's so interesting that sometimes, there's a yin and yang aspect for every birthright, as well as every way that you look at mythology. The serpent is often symbolized as the bringer of evil out into the world from a Judeo-Christian perspective. But didn't the serpent give Adam and Eve knowledge? Serpent is about knowledge. When the serpent gave Adam and Eve the apple, they were initiated into greater knowing. Serpent is all about life force, it's life passion, it's initiation into your higher consciousness. And I am living my superpower because I am not only being initiated every day into my recognitions of what I am learning, what I am downloading, but I'm also in being the initiator for you to help you step into higher consciousness, for you to feel like a warrior. One of your 20 archetypes, one of the parts of the energies of you, to step into that with courageous determination, with bravery and trust, knowing that you are here, you are alive, you are born to live your soul mirror and to really that's why you chose to come in on this incarnation at this super, super powerful time, the time where consciousness is evolving. It's stepping into higher dimensions, and we are doing that through the power of our mind and quantum thinking. We'll talk about that another day, but pretty much the when you I'm going to do this again. When you pay attention to the energy of the day, these energies are already built in to your quantum mind and your quantum thought. So when you what you think about, you bring about. It's so simple. So when you take the meanings of the energies symbolized by the very powerful symbols. Remember, symbols existed before language, so our brain reads symbols as a anchor to the meanings of all of these energies, which is why I am always constantly showing you what these energies look like, because when you anchor your warrior archetype, you're one of 20 archetypes that are a part of you, and I'm going to be sharing a few more, which is why you have the galactic winds at your back, the abundance wind at your back. That's when you can anchor and help bring in the meaning through your conscious mind. Um, we'll explain that a little bit more. If you didn't understand it right now, it's okay. All I want you to do is pay attention to the energy of the day for 2 minutes. You can go to galacticspirit.com. It's on the header every day. You can click on it. The meaning will show up right there. How simple can I make it for you? I mean, I've been working with the Mayan calendar since 1983. I really started working on it very intently in 2012 when the Mayan calendar was supposed to explode and the world was going to end. No, that was the beginning of the 2,000-year cycle where we are really starting to accelerate our consciousness and step into a greater human. The 5D human is compared to just living on, our greed and hurting the earth. We're really going back to the natural law and the natural way and having greater understanding for each other and for our planet. At least that is what my warrior intentions are. For sure, I was probably we're all and this is why this resonates with you so much, because we were all indigenous people in a past life. We all nurtured the earth and nurtured each other in a very different way than we've done for the past 2,000 years, where technology and the industrial revolution and all that really stepped in and kind of like altered our minds. So where are we for the new year? We are in we today's energy first of all, today's energy is super, super powerful. I love how yesterday's energy, from a numerological point of view, the mathematics, when you add all the digits up, was 9999. Nine is completion, not only in numerology, the Chinese flying star system. I'm a feng shui master in my past life. But the reason why I stepped into Galactic Spirit in the Mayan calendar is because it's always consistent and it always works, and it takes you to higher levels than feng shui ever could. That was for some of my feng shui students out there who were kind of on the fence. kind of stuck that I'd love to move into the Mayan calendar energies. Okay, so yesterday was 9999, 100% completion. Today, when you do the numerology, it's 111, 1st of January, first month, first day, and 2026 adds up to 1. This is a cycle that happens once every, I think it's 150 years. So this is really suggesting that this is a major, major, major time for new beginnings. Remember, we've got abundance at your back. We'll do that in a second. Then we've got the energy of the horse, the Chinese New Year. It's on a lunar calendar, just like the Mayan calendar is. We should be working on a lunar calendar anyway, because our relationship with the moon is definitely greater than this 30 days has September, April, June calendar, which makes absolutely 0 makes sense. You know, it was designed by King Gregory. I think it was in the 1600s. I don't really, he wanted to have a method of control. Unfortunately, I don't want to get into this in a big deal, but our society is based upon control because we're working with a calendar that makes absolutely no sense. So the Chinese New Year is the first lunar new year after Chinese Spring, which happens to be in February. I think this year it's February 17th, and we're stepping into the year of the horse. You've probably already seen that. And I love what my friend Christina said about the year of the horse. It's the fire horse. Fire is the most energetic of the 5-element theory in Chinese medicine. Fire is the most aggressive of all the energies in all systems, and it's an accelerant. As you know, fire is an accelerant. You can use your intuition when we're talking about this. That's the first level of galactic spirit. When you look at these symbols, I want you to say, what do these symbols and what does this meaning mean for you in your life? Because when you start seeing the direct relationship between what you think these energies mean, before you really lock in them, before you lock them in, what it means in a traditional Mayan way, you'll start seeing these benefits for yourself on a daily basis. I promise you, 100%. My warrior self says unconditionally, absolute certainty. Yes, I trust it completely. I step into it with bravery every day. I'm stepping into my warrior, and it has manifested into me walking in this world, walking my talk. That's another energy. That's the earth energy, by the way. I don't have the glyph. Oh, yeah, I do. Here's the glyph. Here's the glyph. It's really interesting. Here you're questioning everything, being a warrior, and then you're walking your talk on earth. And it also has the little symbol of the question mark in there, but it's the stability of synchronicity, and because they happen for everybody, and being grounded by earth. And look how they move progressively into each other in all of our cycles. I'm glad I had that there. Okay, so I don't want you to get confused with all those energies there. So the Lunar New Year, horse. We're back to horse. Don't worry. I always come back. By my Western astrology, I happen to be a Gemini. I go off on tangents. You just have to get to know that. But I feel like they are always interesting. Plus, it's always stream of consciousness. So you get what you get. But I always come back. Know that I always come back. So I always come back, which sends me off on another tangent about the difference between linear and radial thinking. Linear thinking is one thing after the other. That's the way our brains work. But our brains can work like a computer. Our brains can work like AI. Our brains are evolutionary beings, and one of my jobs as serpent is to initiate you into radial thinking. Radial thinking is how I think, how I teach, when I don't have a PowerPoint where I don't have to follow it along. Yeah, because radial is always seeing things from different perspectives. Plus, it allows new energies and thoughts to drop in, to download as you're thinking about a perspective in another way. You might be thinking of something, and with an open mind and an open heart, open mind and open heart, new levels of consciousness will drop in. And the more you think radially, the more that's going to come in. And when it comes in, it downloads. You become the wind. Look at all the different archetypes, how they relate to you. The wind with your two-way connection to the divine, your spiritual voice. Um, you see things from a higher perspective with radial thinking. So back to the Chinese New Year. You're the horse. What does that mean? You're the horse, fire horse. Fire horse, according to one of my friends, Christina, I mentioned her before, is the horse is a very, very powerful celestial meaning. It is in the center of the Chinese zodiac. So it's like the pinnacle of the energy. If you're talking about a cycle of time, it's the pinnacle of the bell curve with the highest powerful energy, the highest warrior. They kind of jive together. I mean, there's so many magnificent synchronistic relationships between all these systems. Except why I love the Mayan calendar and working with Galactic Spirit, which is the Mayan calendar with quantum thinking, with radial thinking. It gives you the energies unfold for you during your day, or the cumulative influence unfolds for you, and all you have to do is spend 2 minutes a day on it, and it's just automatic. And I'd love to talk to you about the automation of that, but it's built in the Mayan calendar and the DNA map. It's already built in. And we'll talk about that another time. We've talked about it before, but just I can't help myself. But here is your DNA. It's built in right in the center of your DNA map, and it also creates a torus field. There you go. I just did it in the shortest way. If you've heard it before, and you didn't understand it, maybe you understand it this time, and maybe it locked in more for you. It doesn't matter. We will review that in the future. Right now, back to the horse. We're really going to do this now. We really are. But Christina said was so profound. Highest energy of the Chinese astrological cycle. Fire, the most powerful horse that there is with the 5-element theory. She said, when you jump on, if you are in your own power, if you are a warrior, if you have done the inner work and are continuing to do the inner work, if you're doing the inner work, you know what I mean. Galactic Spirit helps you with that because it unfolds levels of the onion. You're releasing self-sabotage, releasing ancestral trauma, releasing limiting beliefs. If you've done the inner work, you're going to get up on that horse and you're going to ride, baby, ride. You're going to ride into abundance. It is going to carry you wherever you want to go. You have to know where you want to go in order for it to take you. That's part of the inner work. Which is why, look at this magnificent synchronicity, that the last cycle of the 13-day cycle was dragon. Look how magnificent this is. Dragon is all about your soul mission and rebirthing it, which happened 13 days, 20 days before New Year's started. So it's like revamping, the 20 days, the 20 days as we get closer and closer to New Year's, we start assessing our life. Was it a good year? Did we accomplish what we wanted? Oh, what resolutions? I hate that word. What resolutions are we going to make for 2026? So here we already had prep because Dragon was there to prep us with how did we want to rebirth our cycle for 2026 to ride, baby, ride the fire horse, or the yin yang aspect of it, to be dragged by it. For a lot of people, 2026 is going to be very painful. It's going to be painful because you haven't done the work. You didn't do the work. It's not too late. It's never too late. The beauty of the Mayan calendar is you can change every day. You don't have to wait for a new cycle to start. Every day is a new opportunity with your daily birthright. Spend 2 minutes a day on it and see how it drops in for you. I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm empowered in my warrior. And I'm riding this wave right now for you to help you ride the wave too. With my personal superpower. The URL's down at the bottom if you want to get yours. It's free. Go ahead and get it. So everything on galacticspirit.com is free right now. It's going to start getting locked. Different pages are going to start getting locked down because they're part of a membership and my class series, which I am working on every single day. So when you start anew every single day, that's a new beginning also. Today, in today's energy in the Mayan calendar is, there's a bad glare on that, night. Night. It happens to be the third energy in the Mayan sequence. It happens to be on the 10th day, this is today, the 10th day of wind night. Dream your dreams into abundance. That's the new year. Dream your dreams into abundance to start reclaiming your soul legacy. If you dream it and take action on it, you can create it. And what is so exciting is when you look at these cycles within cycles, the yearly energy of 2026 is the year of night, the year of abundance. Dream your reality into abundance. That's the energy of this year. Ride, baby, ride. Numerology 111. Take it. You have the capacity to imprint this energy right here, right now. But guess what? Just because you do it right here, right now, that doesn't mean if you don't do the work every day that you are going to manifest your dreams. The Mayan calendar and the DNA map will help you one birthright a day. It's that simple, with the cycle of 2026 being your year of abundance. Just a question of you're going to be your warrior and you're going to take action on it. You know, it's really that simple, because being an abundant human is one of the architects. It's one of our birthrights that we all are born with to achieve in this lifetime. The 20 archetypes. So that's it. The next cycle up, I just want you to know, it starts on Monday. It's the energy. I love the synchronicities of this. Because remember how I just said that you need to take action? You know, you can't be a warrior unless you take action. You can't fulfill your destiny unless you take action, regardless of your personal superpower. And let me just give you a little tip. Your superpower is the energy that you were born with, but it's hungry and asking for that to be filled, because you are the vessel. You are the vessel that your soul energy is filled. You are the chalice. You are the sacred vessel with your specific birthright. Mine is Serpent, the initiator, the carrier of wisdom and life force and passion. So all the other archetypes are filling my superpower one day at a time. This year, and today, abundance. So what's the third? And here we are in abundance in our 13-day cycle. We started the 13-day cycle before with Dragon, fulfilling our soul mission. Here we're getting guidance how to do it with our spiritual breath. And the next 13 days is the energy of hand. Here it is big, so you can see it. Oh, magnets are falling off. See the hand there? There's the thumb and the fingers. Oh, here's hand. Here is how are you expressing your warrior self and your soul self and what you're here to accomplish. It was Dragon that I lost, but I brought a bigger one just in case. Dragon, fulfilling your soul mission. So easy. We had 13 days to work on soul mission. Right before the new year. So the next energy that's coming up starting on Monday, after we finish, did I bring a big tile here? No. Wind is hand. How are we now, how are we using our hands? Here's my hand. Our skill set, our talents, our ability to research, our ability to manifest abundance. Abundance, night, the energy of the year, today's energy. How are we using our hands, our talents, our skills, and our expression of self to fulfill the abundance of this year? Look at these cycles. They are perfect. And every time you experience the energy, whether it's on a yearly basis, abundance, whether it's on a 13-day basis, wind moving into hand, first 13 dragon, next 13 wind, next 13 starting on Monday hand. It doesn't matter. Those energies are always the same. Dragon always means the same. Warrior means the same. Knight means the same. Serpent means the same. And your superpower is your core energy that all of these energies are filling. And every time you experience these energies, you experience it on a higher level. So let's just drop in for a second. I hope I've channeled my inner warrior to activate the warrior birthright within you. Brave, trust, courageous determination to question everything in order to be the hero of your own journey. To discover your superpower, your sacred vessel, your spiritual chalice that you came into this lifetime to fulfill with all the other birthrights, because they are all archetypes of you. They are all fractals of you. And to use the galactic winds at your back with abundance to ride, baby, ride. It's like it's so easy. All you have to do is put in the effort. I'm going to close. May the energy of this year support all your multidimensional abundance. From my heart to yours, the light within me honors the light within you. Namaste. And how do I know that you are capable of your own success? Because I've been where you are at. I also aspire to be where you are in your own evolution, because maybe it's higher than mine. But it doesn't matter. High, low, doesn't matter. We're here to support each other. The way they say that in Mayan is in Lakesh. I am another yourself. And that's true. So, much love and light. Take this yearly energy and make it your own. You are a galactic spirit. Dream it. Create it. Awaken your infinite universe where dreams and abundance merge. Everything you need for perpetual next level mastery is already encoded in your DNA. Together, we embody the Mayan calendar and quantum wisdom, guiding the activation of your fifth dimensional soul self.